But anyway, let's get into it, Rob. You mentioned it, or I mentioned it at the top of the show. Super trade, and Juan Soto, the outstanding 23-year-old for the Washington Nationals, traded to the San Diego Padres, who already are stacked. Right now, they're the second wild card in the National League, but they also they got a bunch of prospects. We don't have to name all of them, but they basically got a bunch of young talent. They also got Josh Bell's having a nice season for the Nationals.
He's having a great season for them. Swinging the bat great. He's a big bat in that lineup, Chris. I mean, the Padres.
They get Brandon Drury. They stacked up today. So, this was your pick. Now, I really can't give you much credit if they win it because, you didn't know they
this
were
was before. No, but this was
they
before.
They were getting Juan Soto.
But didn't I pick them before? I did pick the Padres and Yankees.
I'm saying, now if they win it, it's like a whole different team.
I'm going to be right on the money right there. That first plaque, the first spot in that trophy plaque that we have now, it's going to be my name for baseball. I'm going to be the first one on that.
Now, I still – look, my dream, and I picked the White Sox. And
they're only 2 games out now, Chris. You know that.
I picked the Giants.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I know. And obviously you want your pick to be right. But if I had to name, with this move, Rob, if I had to name a dream World Series for me, I got to admit it would be the Yankees with Aaron Judge. And in the National League, it would be this is completely
I want to hear this. I'm with bated breath. I really want to hear what you're going to say.
It would be the Padres.
More so than the Dodgers, right? I agree with you.
And obviously the Dodgers got star power too, right? But
not like this. I'm sorry, Chris. As much and as good as the Dodgers are, and Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, they have stars, okay, that you want to see. But if you're telling me you're going to see Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis, Juan Soto, and then don't forget they got a great pitching staff, Chris. Their pitching is so deep.
And then they've
been pitching a six-man rotation. And they got a closer in Hader.
Right.
There you go.
Right. And all of those guys, particularly Tatis, Machado, and Hader, are very colorful personalities. And that's what I mean. Look, you can argue the Dodgers may have a better quote unquote big three. You can certainly argue that.
Oh, the numbers are there, right.
With Soto's a little bit down. I don't know if you call it a down year. His batting average is down. Outside of that, he's playing well. But as far as like draws, like personalities, like swag, there's no question it's the Padres. So no doubt. I'd like to see that, Rob.
Well, let me ask you
this.
That was
your pick too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's my pick. But here's the thing that I got from today.
All the time.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, right. The Padres are front runners over the Dodgers. Come on, give me some credit, as Charlie Hayes would say. But Chris, this is the thing. Look at the teams now and where they are. No more 5-year plans. No more we're going to build it. We're going to wait on our guys. We'll do whatever. It's like, open the bag, pour it in the pot, add water, and stir. Like, this is where we are. And you could say that's what the Browns did. They had won a playoff game with Baker. They could have said, we're building. We got a good roster. He was kind of hurt last year. We'll give him another shot. They're like, no, we're upgrading. The Padres haven't had Tatis all year. Could have said, look where we are. Chris, they're already in the playoff race without Tatis, right? In the wild card. They could have said, let's just wait for Tatis to get back, and we'll be good. No, they didn't want to do that. And if I was a fan of the Padres or any sports team now, Chris, I'm not mad at teams for saying we want to win now. We don't want to wait. We'll take our championship now. And if you're the Nationals, and I know it's different, Chris, but the Nationals won a couple years ago, and then you have to rebuild 3 or 4 years later, I'm cool with that. My team got a championship. You don't have to win 3 or 4 championships. You just want your team to win. Am I right?
Yeah, look, there's no doubt that winning a championship is obviously the ultimate goal. And I get it. Like let's be honest, right now, we know the Nationals won. It was great. Does it feel like the Nationals won? You know, it wasn't that long ago that the Royals won. Does it feel like
Royals
the Royals
won in 2015? Right.
It's unfortunate. I feel like championships, Rob, it's just the nature of our culture now, but I feel like they used to be celebrated more. You know what I mean? We used to marinate in it a little more. Now it's like on to next year immediately almost, you know, after the parade or whatever. But to your point, that's still the goal, and that's what you try to do. I don't think you can think otherwise today. I mean, in any sport. Like I think the teams that rebuild, that go young, you're forced to do that.
Right. That's not
right?
That's not what you would want to do. Right.
Like in basketball, Oklahoma City is going that route. But yeah, Harden left, Westbrook left, right, traded Westbrook, Durant left. Right? They pretty much were forced into doing that. But if you are close, you got to compete right away, because we know, Rob, with free agency now, it's just too great a chance that you'll lose your guys. Even in baseball, when your young prospects become great, if they do, there's a great chance the Yankees, the Red Sox, or some other big spender, the Dodgers, is going to come along and take them, right? We see that often. And so, yeah, absolutely. Football, 5-year plans are over with. The only time I go with a 5-year plan is if I'm a GM, my team is horrible, and I'm going to my owner trying to keep my job, saying, yeah, we're not competing right now, but we've got a ton of draft picks. Look at these prospects we've got. You know what I mean? You're selling hope, not wins at that point. But yeah, Rob, I think the Padres are doing the right thing. You got to go for it now, man. No, and especially in baseball, Rob, because prospects, we don't know what these guys are going to be. How many awesome prospects have we seen that just don't pan out?
A ton. It's a hit or miss business. You know that. No matter what anybody does, you don't know once they get to that next level,
right,
if they're going to be able to perform. But I give the Padres credit. You know what, Chris? And they look in that division and what the Dodgers have done and the money they've spent and the players they've tried to get. And they said, we're not going to play second fiddle. We got a great team. We got a great ballpark. I mean, they're like, we're going for it. And to compete with the Dodgers, last year they lost Scherzer to the Dodgers. You remember at the trade deadline, they lost to the Nationals. The Nationals gave up Scherzer and Trey Turner, the shortstop, who played second. But this year they were like, nope, not this year. We're not doing that. And they went out and they made a blockbuster. I like it too. If I were a Padres fan, I'd be ecstatic.
Well, and Rob, the Padres actually have the best of both worlds. Because Soto's 23, assuming they, can keep him.
Right.
And
they have him under control.
23.
Yeah,
right?
They're young.
They could actually, baseball in this day and age has largely become a regional game. But if there are a couple teams that are positioned to kind of take the nation by storm, Rob, obviously the Yankees, but, you got a lot of Yankees haters because they spend so much money. But I would say the Padres, again, with the swag, with the youth, with how exciting these guys are, you know what I mean?
They might be must-see TV.
Absolutely.
They might be because of those guys play with flair. We already saw it with Tatis. I had a mini man crush on him. Because
not a mini one. You were full bore. You were the full-blown swoon.
All right, okay, all right.